Alright guys, so this is not a good episode. I have to admit something. The other day while I was going to go get something to eat, because I've been driving too much this car, I got too used to the whole Japanese right hand side, and so I did a boo-boo on my STI. Now let me show you guys what I did, and then we can talk about what we can do. Yeah, I went ahead and prepped it. There's all the masking tape. So what I ended up doing was I drove into the curve and I messed it up pretty bad. Now I know what you're saying, oh that's a crack, you can't fix cracks, but at this point I'm not gonna spend $1,000 on a new lip. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to fix it and see if that works. In worst case scenario, I will have to get a new one, but not right now. So I went ahead and ordered through Amazon a kit for it's a brand, but like a carbon fiber kit where you get two solutions, I guess A and B. What sucks though is it didn't have any instructions, which I'm assuming is 1-to-1. It did come with a cup measurement, so I can add it in there. It did come with some gloves and some mixing sticks. And also it came with some carbon fiber, but because it is at the very edge, I don't want to put some carbon fiber because it's gonna look uglier. So what I'm hoping that I can do is add some epoxy and layer it to the point that it's less viewable and it becomes glossy again. Let me take you along. Alright, so this is another day. I have finalized the epoxy filling. As you can see here now, we have a little bit of a glossy area. Okay, so here we have an assortment from 240 to 2,000, 200, 600, 1,000, 1,200, 1,500, and 2,000. We're gonna be doing the 2,000 wet, but we're gonna start with a rough one, which is the 240, like that, in our lovely speed sander. But we're gonna take it easy and slow so we don't mess it up. I'm gonna do speed 1 or 2. And it's already starting to look a lot better. It is still showing some high spots, so I have to continue. But you can see now how it's starting to take shape. It's no longer showing that much of a bulkiness, although there's a little bit of resin there, but I'm gonna switch. I think I need to be a little more gentle now, so I'm gonna go from the 240 to the 600. I think no, I'm gonna skip the 600. I'm gonna go straight to the let's do the 600 and see where that takes us. Obviously it doesn't look smooth and it doesn't feel smooth, so I'm gonna swap again. I'm gonna start increasing that now. I'm gonna go straight to the 1200. I don't think we need 400. We're gonna go straight to 1200, and then we're gonna do a little more, and then we're gonna switch to wet sanding. And we are starting to see smoothness even further. It does not look perfect still. It looks a lot of epoxy drips. I gotta do a lot more on the bottom side, but the top side also needs a little more sanding. So I think I'm gonna switch back to the 600 because that side still doesn't look that great. So let's see, still we have some high spots. Still looking at some high spots, but it looks a lot better. I think I'm comfortable with how it's looking. So maybe I can just finish up a little more with a gentler pad. Maybe I can switch now to the 1200 again and see where that takes me. Starting to look a little better. Switching to the 1500, we might just switch back to the block. Let's see. Yep. Starting to look a lot better. It looks a lot better now. It does not look shiny, but that's okay. We're gonna work our way to make it shiny again. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, so we went from 240 to 400. Okay, to 400. We're gonna do now 400. Let's do 1,000 now. We're gonna do now the 1,500. All right, now we're gonna do the wet one. 2,000 wet. And the piece looks really, really good. Obviously it's not shiny, but it does look a lot better than what it was. You can still see a little bit of a crack and indentation here, but it's minimal. It's solid. It won't be strong because this is aesthetic, but it definitely is not going to be showing any threads or anything like that. So the next step is going to be to do a compound cut and polish it. Let's go. All right, so this is what it looks like. It's not the most perfect item, but it'll do. Now what I'm gonna do is because it's very like hazy, I'm gonna polish it by doing it with this compound polish, and we're gonna see and give it some more shine. Start seeing a little more shine into it, which is great. There's a little bit of freezing there because there's still some of the and that looks a lot better than it was. It is not perfect by no means, but it is not bad. Let's give it now. Take that pad off, and then let's do the ultra polish. So we're gonna move to 38. finishing. So let's see. I'm gonna take this pad off. And we're gonna use the finishing pad. Same thing. Shake it. Have it. Looks a little scratched up from the sanding, a couple stray areas, but overall I'm pretty content with how it came out. I think I'm gonna polish a little more on this side. And I can always do a light sand in the future if I really want it. Alright, so this is what it looks like. Let me take it out in the sun so you guys see exactly what it looks like. All right, let's take a look at this under the sunlight. I feel like this is the moment of truth. Hopefully, I'm convinced that this was a good decision, but let's give it a try. So it does not look perfect. It definitely needs a little more sanding and wiping, but it does look better than what it was. I do have to polish it a little more. This is a little too opaque for my liking. I need to either wash it or polish it and compound it maybe. But it looks a lot better than what it was for sure. So if you had another technique or you think that you could have done better, leave a comment below. For now, I'm pretty happy. Maybe in the future I'll change it and make it buy a new one. But for now, it'll do. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.